Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, and today we're going to be having another battle. It's not quite strictly a historical battle, but it should be fun nonetheless. This is Romans versus dwarfs. So I've broken out the Triplex Acies again with the Romans here. The formation that I've shown off previously but haven't actually used in a proper battle since then, and then I've also got just a line of dwarfs here. So I'm using someone's Lord of the Rings dwarfs mod on the mod.io workshop. I'll put that in the description if you want to use this dwarf faction. He's got a bunch of actually very good Lord of the Rings factions. I have used a couple of them previously in videos, but yeah, I will have the link to the dwarfs in the description. So yeah, we'll start off with the Triplex Acies because you've seen the Romans before. We've got some Roman mercenary velites, which are more historical than the velites I have in my Roman faction. I've got more sort of regular legionaries chucking spears. These guys are actual proper velites, how they would have been. So yeah, we've just got a smattering of these guys. And then we've got the actual main formation here, which is formed up of Hastati, Triarii, or Triarii, and then Principes. So for the Hastati, I am using Samnite mercenaries. So they are using spears rather than gladius, or gladii, which is not quite historically accurate, but it'll do. So yeah, we've just got these Samnite mercenaries. The reason I'm using Samnite mercenaries in the first place is because they have got inferior stats to these guys. Actually, the Principes at the back. I don't know. These guys are Triarii. Maybe Triarii are at the back. Maybe it's Hastati, Principes and then Triarii, I'm not sure. But yeah, the reason I'm using these guys, as I said, the Samnite mercenaries, is because they have got inferior stats to the Triarii and the legionaries in my regular Roman faction. So yeah, these guys are at the front, the Hastati there to take the brunt, and then we've got the Principes, which are just regular legionaries in this case. The closest I could make without making an entire new faction just for this. But yeah, legionaries make up the second row. In their blocks of 15 soldiers, and then we have the Triarii right at the back, the elite spear infantry of the Roman Republic. So yeah, this is a Republic era, and then yeah, so Triarii at the back. So yeah, we got, what's that? 15, 30, 45, 60 Hastati, and then 45 Principes, and then 60 Triarii again. Yeah, sorry, Hastati at the front. So yeah, and then to balance out against their commanding unit for the dwarves, I have put down a legate and his praetorians, which yeah, again, not quite in keeping with the Republic theme. I don't think praetorians were a thing in the Republic. I could be wrong. I can't remember, but either way, yeah, there's the legate there. He's got the red helmet connotation, and then these are the Imperial Guard with the Centurion, and then his Praetorians on the sides, Praetorian Guardsmen. And so yeah, that is the Roman formation that they're going to be using against the dwarfs, which I've just laid out in a line. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan, so I don't know the proper dwarven fighting formation that they would have used, so I've just put them down in a line. But even so, this is a very long line, and these are 4 dwarfs deep. So we've got axemen, and then we've got swordsmen, and then we've got some hammermen in the middle. So yeah, these are the axemen, just called regular dwarfs. But yeah, they look very nice with their armor. They look well armored enough, probably more armored than the legionaries, let's be honest. Considering these guys have actually got leg armor. So, but yeah, they are in 8x4 blocks, but they're just sort of seamlessly meshed together. So yeah, 8x4 blocks of each of these guys. So we've got axemen, then we've got swordsmen here. They've all got their round shields and their Viking helmets, and then we've got hammermen at the front here, sort of like the centre line. And then alternating between each line, you've got dwarven bowmen, and then we've got some dwarven pikemen, which are using regular regular infantry swords, because they're pikes for dwarves, aren't they? So yeah, we got these guys here. I've no clue of what the stats of these dwarves are like. So I don't know whether the Romans are going to get utterly rolled, or whether the dwarves are actually going to have some trouble against the Roman formation. But at the back here, we have got Gimli. There he is. Good old Gimli. Yeah, it's a decent enough model for what you can do in tabs for Gimli. And then we've got just a whole load of axemen with him, as sort of like his bodyguard, as it were. So yeah, we'll be on the lookout for both the Legate and Gimli. I did try a 1v1. The Legate did not win against Gimli. And here are the stats: 214 dwarves to 223 of Rome's finest. And the cost, though, the Romans are 5k less than the dwarfs. Each regular dwarf is 120, the same as a legionary. A swordsman is 200, and a hammerman is 140. I didn't use any dwarven axemen. They're just regular dwarfs with a two-handed axe. And then there are the dwarven pikemen, which have got 90 cost, and the bowmen are 120. So, yeah, no clue about what these guys are going to be like. And then Gimli is 890. So, yeah, the dwarves, in terms of cost, should win, but they are slightly less in manpower. But then, I don't know, the formation could help the Romans, it could not. Who knows? So yeah, let's have a see. As the dwarves charge forwards, the Velites are going to throw their... They're going to throw their javelins. There they go. Lobbing them. We'll see how the dwarves react to this. I don't know whether the dwarves have got the missile block, or whether they're just relying on their shields. Some dwarves have gone down to the initial pylon throws of the javelins of the Velites. So yeah, there's some early casualties inflicted on the dwarves, but they are raring to go. Look at them go! And here comes the first bow shots. The Velites are actually blocking a lot of these shots. They have blocked nearly all of these shots. The size of the dwarfs make their... That's very unfortunate, I didn't think of that. But I think because of how short the dwarves are, as you can see, they are actually shorter. Because of how short they are, their arrows are the perfect height to perfectly hit the shields of the Velites. But so even though the bowmen failed to inflict any casualties whatsoever, the first of the dwarven stream is coming in, and yet here they go. Here comes the next set of arrows incoming. I don't think they've actually managed to inflict any casualties though again, but the Velites definitely have not got off their next pilum throws yet. Here they come. The first of the Hastati are charging out though. Indeed, here's an entire line. They're even bringing in some of the Principes from behind. In they go. Yeah, so the dwarves and the Romans have officially clashed. That's basically. There goes the last of the Hastati in. Yep, in they go, the last of the Hastati, and they have brought in some Principes as well. So we'll have to see how well the Hastati do against the dwarves. I know that in a 1v1 a legionary is superior to a dwarf. Well, on occasion. It really depends on who gets the first hit in, but yeah, it looks like the Hastati, they're trying their best, but I can see a lot of Hastati casualties. That's a lot of Hastati casualties. I'm not sure about the dwarven casualties, but I can definitely see that the blue Hastati are definitely not having much luck. In comes Gimli. Yep, there he is with his cape. Gimli's coming in with his bodyguard, who have sort of split between the lines. But yeah, the Hastati definitely are not faring very well at all. But we do still have most of the Principes left, and we also have the Triarii for the back line. So we'll have to see. Yeah, there, as we can see, the Principes on this flank are pushing out. They're really pushing out. They're really hammering the dwarves. What about on this flank? This flank has collapsed, it looks like. Yeah, the Hastati were not able to utilise the Principes as much as they might have liked, but the centre line is really 50-50. In goes... Oh, is that the Triari getting sent in? Yes, the Triari are getting sent in now. I've also brought with them a standard bearer just to rally the troops. Interesting choice there, Triari, bringing the bringing the Republic Eagle in. But yeah, okay. Here comes some more Triari as well for the final push. They sense victory is near. On this flank, yeah, the Triari are sort of, yeah, the Triari are just sort of sending themselves in now. They're making the final push against the dwarfs. I can still see that there's still a bunch of dwarfs left on this flank though, but as for this flank has completely collapsed though for the dwarfs. Yeah, just look at how many Romans are still around in comparison to the dwarves. I mean, there's a nice hit from a dwarf there into the back of a oh, and he gets finished off. It's unfortunate for him. Yeah, into the back of the Principe, knocked him down, allowing the bowman to put 2 shots into him. Those a nice combined arms there, very combined arms of you, Mr. Dwarf. The standard bearer is down. So yeah, that's unfortunate. The signifier has gone. It looks like this flank might not actually be as secure as I thought it was. There's just so many dwarves still left. The Romans are really struggling, it appears. I mean, there's still some Triari left in the back line, plus, don't forget, the legate is still alive. Talking of Commander-in-Chief, where is Gimli? There goes a Roman. Where's Gimli? Gimli was over here, wasn't he? I'm trying to look for his helmet, but he's sort of lost in this mash of dwarfs. I mean, I highly doubt Gimli's actually dead. It looks like I was about to say the Vikings, the dwarfs might actually be about to break through the Roman centre line. As there's a nice block from one of these guys. What is that? That's a Principe. Nice block from the Principe, but there's a Triari getting stuck in. We've still got there's a dwarf pikeman there. We got a couple of Romans. We got 2 Triaris and a Principe over here. Nice strike there, jabbing away, but the dwarves are just overwhelming the Triari. Yep, there goes one of the Triari there. Principe pushing out. Standard bearer's died. Unfortunate. This Triari getting knocked around. He's still not dead though. Romans are putting up a defence. It looks like they have. I was going to say that they have mostly broken through on this flank, but there's still a few dwarves giving them problems. It's more sort of even, and I don't know how many dwarves are sort of stuck under the pile. We've got a Triari here, mixing with 2 dwarves, but he managed to kill off one guy there. Off he goes. I think that was a dwarven pikeman. We've got a dwarven axeman here, charging into the side of this Triari. In he goes. Doesn't manage to kill him, but he might have distracted him enough. Yep, nope, there we go. Shield bash finishes him off. Finishes off the Triari there. The centre line of the Romans is starting to collapse. Yeah, here comes a hammer man. In he comes over the body of a Roman. Still looking out for Gimli. Still can't find him. He's surely not dead. If he is, I'll be very surprised. Yeah, there's a Triari, finishes off a dwarf there. The flank on this side still 50-50, still even. I'm seeing a nice knot of Romans here who have formed up and are presenting their shields to the dwarves, trying to stop them from getting through. Nice jab there, uppercut from the pikeman there, but the Roman manages to block. Dwarves have broken through on this flank. They've managed to kill off the Triari who was over here. Yeah, I'm still seeing 4 dwarves here. 4 dwarves here, and not a lot to stop them. There's 1 Triari still left here, and then this guy here. There's still also these Triari here, and yes, they have definitely overwhelmed this flank. There's Gimli. There he is. Gimli's still alive. Thought he might be charging him. As, a pikeman gets a nice jab, finishes off a Triari. So yeah, we've still got the Triari here, we've still got these 2 guys, but then we do still have the Praetorians, who are fresh. We've got the Praetorians and the Legate, who are all still fresh, and Gimli will have taken some damage from this initial push against the Triplex. Here comes a swordsman, pushing in. Triari blocking as best he can. I'm seeing the dwarves not quite managing to. Their momentum is slowing. There's still this knot of Romans to deal with, and there is still these dwarves here, and the dwarves do outnumber the Romans on this flank at least. Over here, it's just really Gimli and a couple of random dwarves. There goes someone, probably a Triari. Let's be honest. There's. I don't think there's actually any Principes left. There's definitely no Hastati left. I think, yep, there's a Triari, just gets finished off. There's another Triari there as well. Still that one Triari at the back. This is all of the dwarves that I can see, though. I can't really see anyone else on this flank in terms of dwarves, but there goes the signifier, and the Triari is almost down. He's taken a shot. He's taken an arrow to his leg. But over here, yeah, it's just sort of like Gimli. It's just Gimli and an axeman and a couple of random dwarves against two Triari. Yeah. There goes one Triari. It's just this guy left. Gets taken out by a dwarf. He's really struggling against Gimli. This Gimli goes for an axe cut, misses his head. Oh, but he gets a nice cut to the leg. Doesn't finish off the Triari though. He's the Triari who has actually taken an arrow to his like elbow there. As Gimli goes for another attack. Misses again. Unfortunate. He's really struggling. The Triari's actually taken two bow shots, one to the body, and yep, there goes the other signifier. This signifier is also dead, but a Praetorian charges in. There you go, the Praetorian guard getting stuck in there, deciding that enough is enough. As here comes some bow shots, down goes the signifier. Yep, there he goes. Two bow shots finish him off. So what do we got left for the dwarves? We've got some axemen. I see one swordsman and a hammerman over here. I see... who's this? We've got another axeman and a pikeman. And then on this flank we've got the bowman, obviously, and then we also have Gimli. There he is, rising from underneath the Triari shield, who he still hasn't managed to finish off. I can see an axeman and a spearman, as this Triari is probably really annoying Gimli, let's be honest. But another shot from a bowman, and he's still not dead, but there we go, another bow shot. He took an arrow to the knee. He used to be an adventurer like you, but arrow to the knee finishes him off. Well, adds insult to injury, really, as Gimli sort of hooks him around the back of the neck. And then as for melee troops, I see a swordsman, a bowman, there's another pikeman. So dwarves, let's say they've got about 15, I'd say. They've got about 15 men. Where's the Praetorian over here? Is he dead? Yeah, he got swarmed. Fair enough. He got swarmed and probably finished off by a bowman. Here comes the final Triari, charging in against the dwarves. This is the final line of defense against the dwarves, other than the legate and his bodyguard. As yet in charges the Praetorian. Here comes the Centurion, and yep, there goes the rest of the Praetorians. There you go. They're all charging in, following the Praetorian Centurion. Charging in. Is that Praetorian already dead? For goodness sakes, man! You're meant to be the elite units, but no, there they go. They're just dying. I thought the Praetorians would have really put up more of a fight. These Triari are putting up more of a fight than the Praetorian Guard. I can see why the Roman army doesn't like guardsmen. Yeah, down goes the Triari. We've still got Gimli. Yep, manages to make up for lost time. Finishes off that Triari. The dwarves can see that they're close to victory, and they're not giving up an inch. They're really pushing. Yeah, down goes another dwarf. The Praetorians trying to make up for their early losses here by taking out these dwarves. There's the Centurion go, look at him. Blocking bow shots. Another Praetorian there. This is really the final thing that the Romans can try and do. There's just Gimli and these remaining dwarves against these Triari. We got... how many? 3 Triari left. That guy's taken an arrow. In charges a Triari. Look at him go. Still got the Axeman. Oh, who's that? Is that Gimli dead? Has Gimli died? No, he hasn't. Okay, I was going to say I thought Gimli had died for a minute there, but no, he's just fallen over from where he charged. The Praetorians, they've brought in the Signifier. I mean, I guess that's given them a morale boost. Alongside the legate, we've got how many? 4 Praetorians left. The Centurion and the legate. In comes the Axeman. Oh, a nice parry there from the Praetorian. Manages to save himself. That could have been very dangerous. But there goes the Signifier. Oh, not quite. He took an arrow, but he's still alive. His armor took it, or did it? No, the pole took it. The pole took the hit for him. As the remaining dwarves are trying to get out from underneath all of their comrades. Is there? No, I thought maybe there was a Triari left under there, but no, that was just a dwarf getting up and moving the shield. So here's the remaining dwarfs on this flank then. We've got Gimli obviously, and then we have got the various dwarfs. We've got the bowman back there. We've got how many swordsmen, axeman, another swordsman, a couple. I think that's another swordsman back there. Yeah. So not too many dwarves left on this flank. The Praetorians are staying alive, which is quite a feat considering how several of them died very early on. There's one guy there and the other guy who's down there. There's also a shield on the floor, so there's another dead. In charges the legate, I think that was, and there's a nice jab from a Praetorian, finishes him off. Very nice, very nice. They're charging in on this Axeman, I do believe. Shields clashed there from the Praetorian, and there goes an axe chop down, finishing him off. So 2 Praetorians were lost, 3 Praetorians were lost against the dwarves' charge, but that's quite a few pile of dead dwarfs. So maybe the Praetorians could pull this out for the Romans. It's just really a case of how difficult Gimli's going to be. The final signifier, the dwarves are going for. Yeah, the dwarves are really going for the Imperial Eagles here, or well, Republic Eagles. He manages to kill one. The signifier defending the standard to his last breath, comes down and kills a swordsman. I don't think he's going to be able to get any luckier than that, though. The Praetorians are finishing off the dwarven bowmen. Yeah, it's just bowmen here, so. But yeah, here comes an Axeman. Oh, unfortunate. You will be remembered. You will be remembered, brave signifier, for cutting down a dwarf in your final moments. And yeah, it's just bowmen. We've got a swordsman coming in. We've got another swordsman over there, which may actually split the Praetorians. As they struggle to kill off these bowmen. They sort of need to get over the bodies. Manages to block a bow shot there. Nice charge. It doesn't manage to kill him though. As the swordsman charges in. Who have we got left? The Praetorian. Centurion is still there. We've still got the legate. And then I think most of the Praetorians are still alive. I want to say that, yeah, there's that guy there, and then there's still this guy here, but he's gone off on his own. He's gone rogue. So I don't know how long he'll stay alive for. It's really a case of if the Centurion can stay alive and the legate, he's taken a bow shot, but I think he's still alive. Legate charges in. Goes the Praetorians. We've got Gimli coming in at the back there. This is the final hurrah. Final hurrah of the dwarves. Praetorian cutting down. Gets blocked by the shield as a dwarf man charges in under his shield, and he manages to parry one of the blows. He did get chucked backwards. Dwarf leaping up with the sword. Praetorian going for a suplex apparently. Turns around, charges, cuts down with the sword. Doesn't manage to hit though. He's blocking arrow shots left and right though. Look at him go. And over here, Gimli now getting involved with the Praetorians. Is the Centurion dead? Don't tell me the Centurion died to some bowmen. I I think he might have done, you know. That's very disappointing, Praetorian Centurion, if you died to the bowman. Legate, you'd better not die to the bowman, otherwise I don't care whether you win this fight or not, you have brought shame. Yeah, the Centurion must have died. Can't see him around here, there's just a few regular Praetorians. This guy's dead though, this guy's just died. Yeah, there he is, dead. Unfortunate, we got 3 Praetorians left then. Yeah, we got these two here who are having a big hug, and then we've got the legate, and I think that's it. The Centurion has died. Yep, there he is. There's the Centurion. Dead to some bowmen probably. He's not holding anything, so see if the legate can't bring back Roman honour and kill off the bowman as he fires and misses. Yep, Gimli though, still getting involved with the Praetorians. I wonder how much health Gimli actually has left. Let me check. He still has a lot of health left. Gimli still has a lot of health left. I don't think the Praetorians are going to win this fight. Yep, in charges a dwarf. Finishes off that Praetorian. Yep, there he goes. And then the legate still messing around with the bowman here. We've got a dwarf who's stuck here. Very unfortunate, he's missed out the entire battle. And then, yeah, I don't think they're going to finish off Gimli with how much health he has. And the legate is, who knows, maybe. The legate might die to the bowman. He might not. Who knows? There goes Gimli and the Praetorian. In charge as an axeman behind him. Yeah, they get still messing around, and yeah, I don't think the Romans are going to win this one. Yeah, and there you go. Victory for the dwarves. Finished off the Romans. It was a close fight though, definitely. I reckon if the dwarves didn't have Gimli, they might have actually lost this one because yeah, there's very few dwarves actually left on this battlefield. I mean that's the thing with the Lord of the Rings factions here. Their heroes are very overpowered. I just wanted to put him in there just because. But yeah, I reckon if the dwarves didn't have Gimli, the Romans may have had more of a chance. But even so, even with Gimli absorbing so many hits and you know killing off so many Romans, the Romans had done very well. The legate did manage to finish off the bowman before he succumbed to Gimli and the remaining dwarves. Talking of remaining dwarves, there isn't actually that many left. We've got a few bowmen scattered around. We also have the dwarves who are trapped under bodies of their comrades or under bodies of the Romans. For example, we've got a swordsman there who is trapped. We also have a bowman there who is a bit stuck. There may be people under here, but I'm not sure. We do at least have some people over here who are trapped. Namely this guy, the axeman, who is stuck, and also this other axeman who is also stuck under a Roman body. So yeah, there are a few more dwarves about, but as for actual still mobile dwarves, we do of course have Gimli and we do have one axeman, but other than that, there's very few dwarves left. Like I say, the Romans might have won this one if I hadn't given the dwarves the overpowered Gimli. But I don't think I'm gonna run this again to find out. But yeah, so there we go. Triplex Acies versus the dwarves. The dwarves won in this instance. But like I say, without Gimli, it could have been a very different story. So yeah, I'll thank you all for watching, and goodbye. So, P.S. I have just run it again, removing Gimli, and yeah, well, this is the state of the battle. There's quite a few Romans left. So it turns out Gimli's quite a big help to the dwarves. As you can see, there's still a few Triarii around. We still have all of the Praetorians plus the legate, and really all that's left are dwarves trapped under bodies and the bowmen. So this is quite a lot of Romans, and I don't think the I don't think the dwarves have got this one back in the bag. So yeah, it turns out without Gimli, the Romans actually stand a much better chance. But there we go. So yeah, thanks for staying to the end of the video. I guess if you see this, comment, and I'll once again thank you all for watching, and goodbye.